There we go. Okay, so we're recording this. We've got 5 rock stars on here that are going to talk about their little customer enrollments because they're blowing up. And I know there was one that I wanted on the call tonight, and she was unable to do so. She takes college classes on Sunday night, so she was unable to be on the Zoom tonight. But you know what? Part of our business and being successful in our business, there are 2 parts to that. Number 1 is gathering customers, right? And number 2 is finding people to share this business opportunity with. And the steps to success are exactly that. We are a product of the product. We're using our own products. We're, selling those samples that we're getting in our auto ship of the 80 BV. That is the law. You should be running your auto ship. And if you're having struggles or problems in figuring out how to make that happen for you, please talk to your sponsor or reach out to somebody on this Zoom. They will help you cast that vision for you and see why it's so incredibly important to make sure that you're running that each and every month. We have ways. I started this business as a stay-at-home mom, you guys. I had no extra funds. In fact, Quentin and we had an agreement that if we were going to ever spend over $100, he was the sole provider of our family, the breadwinner of our family, 6. There were 6 of us. And if we were to spend over $100, that we had to at least come to an agreement on it. And I can remember when I signed up to be a distributor, it was $99. And I said, well, that's under $100, so I'm just going to make a decision and sign up anyway. Because I know that if I would have went home, he would have said, are you crazy? No, I don't think so. And so he always laughs now and says, I'm so happy to be so wrong about that whole ordeal. I'm so glad that you didn't come home and ask me, because I would have said no, and you probably would have honored that, and I probably would have, and we wouldn't be here today. So I want you to hear something really quickly. If you're not running your shipment and you're thinking, well, it's saving money, no, you're actually shooting yourself in the foot. We have a system that works, and that system is first and foremost that you're running a shipment on products that you can sell to other people. I needed to sell product to be able to make that money back, and in order to grow my business, and these ladies are going to talk about this too, in order to grow my business, I had to be able to put products on people, have them sample the products, and make cash to be able to pay for that shipment each and every month, and they get customers and then get distributors. So we're running our auto ship, step number 1. Step number 2, we're getting 4 customers, and these ladies are blowing it out of the water. They're going to tell you all about how they're doing it. And then step number 3, you're going to find 3 people to share this business opportunity with and go Ruby. We have some Ruby promotion. CC's a Ruby promotion. I know we've got another one popping I can't talk about right now, but she's going to be super excited to announce that probably tonight, I would say. So I'm excited about that. I don't want to steal her thunder on it. But we're going to open it up, and I am going to unmute my girls here. Christina, where are you at? Oh, you're right under my little chat box here. There we go. Okay. All right. So I think my 5 girls are all unmuted, and we're just going to kind of go back and forth. I'm going to do kind of one at a time, and then we're going to go back and forth with questions. Amy, can you tell us a little bit about you? Tell us a little bit of a background history and to where you are now. I'll kind of go through all that with all of you, and then I'll go back and kind of bubble questions, like go back and forth.
Yeah, so I'm so excited to have 2019 starting so huge. So I began in September of 2013. I went diamond in a year and a half and double 6 months later. I was able to get a $20,000 good bonus, and then I was gifted $15,000 at a conference 2 years ago. So
I remember when they called your name.
Yeah.
I was like backstage screaming, so excited for you.
It was so cool. So unexpected, like to win not a lot of things in life and then win that, like that's crazy. So it changed everything. And I want to be vulnerable to the people who listen this or the recording. I was thinking, all right, I got this double. And then I just kind of sat back and went into management mode. And don't ever do that. Like I have worked my tail off to get back to what I'm doing now. And so I always like to just say that, because when you have it, you run with it. Don't think, okay, I got my 4. And then you just say, all right, next month I'm going to get my 4 again. I want this month, I want to sign 30. So that's never happened to me before in this business. My best month was 12 customers when I went diamond. And so I just want to prove to myself again that I still got it. I can do this business because my goals are 5-figure paychecks this year, and that's going to happen. And so if you're newer, if you're someone who's been trying to create your story again, or you're just learning how to get momentum, wherever you land in your story, just know that pushing every single day is going to just bless your life. It doesn't matter if you can only send one, make it one. Like, don't let a day go by where you haven't asked somebody to do something, because it keeps your head in the game. Because as soon as you kind of back off, it's kind of like, oh, one day passes, a week passes, a month. It's like, oh, well, my check's still good. It doesn't matter. Don't think that way. I am kicking myself for that, but at the same time, it's just part of my story. So I'm just going to embrace it and run with it. So that's kind of where I've been the last 5 years.
I love that. So what's awesome is that Amy has been with us for 5 years, and she is a new mama of 2. So Hattie is how old now? 2 months old?
2 months.
2 months old. A 2-month-old baby, 2 kids, mom of 2, and this is the highest month she's ever had in this business. And what did you attribute that to? I don't want to take those words from you. Why do you think this month was your biggest month?
Because I actually took hold of what people have been saying. Do host a post. And I've been like, I don't know why, I'm just not doing it. And then I started doing it, and then it was like, yes, because my warm market is completely tapped. Everyone who knows me knows I do it works, and that there's an opportunity if they want it. And so I have to get into other people's circles, and I can speak with boldness into those people, and that's what I've been doing. I've just been voice memoing, saying this is going to work. I want to help you, and I have so many tools that are going to get you to where you want to be. Because it works, backs us. We have tools, we have everything we need to talk confidently. Even if you just signed up today, you can talk confidently because you have Lori as a tool, you have your Rockstars page as a tool, you have Mark and Cindy, and just the team of corporate is going to back everything that you're saying, and then you can be bold in your conversations. And so that's why this month I've taken what people have been saying is working, and I'm doing it for myself. So you copy the right cat, as Lori would say.
Yes. Yes. No, I love that, Amy. And thank you so much for your vulnerability in that, because I know so many people would use that as an excuse, and it's a valid excuse. I just had a baby, right? But she knocked it out of the park. 5 years into this business, she says, enough's enough. I'm going to do things that I've never done before to get the results that I truly, truly want. She's going for a 5-figure paycheck for this year, right? For each and every month. 5 figures for each and every month she wants for this 2019 calendar year. And there's no doubt in my mind, Amy, that you'll be able to crush that and accomplish it, especially at the rate that you're going now. And I know we had a conversation just last week, and I said, tell your girls, because she was coaching some of her team, I said, tell them not to slow down, because the moment they slow down, like they're so on fire right now, if they start to slow down, they're going to start to feel like they're treading water. Because you're going to start to feel like, oh, like you just said, management mode. I'm going to sit back. I signed, how many customers have you signed this month, Amy?
28.
28. I've signed 28 little customers, and it's the 27th of the month, so I've gotten more than one each and every day. I think I can sit back now. Well, her team watches that. I know you guys watch me too, so that keeps me fired up and going too. I got to hold myself accountable to that. Now, for those of you that are listening, don't be discouraged if you're not there yet. That's completely fine. The idea is that you do something for your business each and every day, and you set those goals for yourself. These women are on this Zoom tonight because they have set personal goals for themselves. They're crushing it, and I wanted them to be able to share that. So I'll come back to you for just a moment, Amy. Hey, Tina, let's open it up to you.
Hi.
Hey, girl. How are you?
Good.
I'm so excited. Okay, you get to join me for the top income earner yacht sunset cruise. I am incredibly excited about that. Are you excited?
I'm totally excited. I can't even believe it right now.
I'm so excited. I was like, you know what? We're going to have so much fun just rubbing shoulders and elbows with different top income earners. I feel like I got some feedback here. Let me see if I can mute that out. Okay, got it. We're going to have so much fun, and I just want to make this all about you, Tina, because you earned that. You crushed it. I put a last-minute contest out last weekend, and all these ladies that are on this Zoom right now, including Mary Jane that was supposed to be on tonight that couldn't, you just crushed it. You completely crushed it, and had a very short time of window to be able to do that. And you even messaged me. Will you tell us what you will you tell everybody what you messaged me?
Yeah. So, I am am a double diamond since March 2016, and it's not like I am like not good at what I'm doing. I'm always, I'm always signing. I'm always good. We had last year, I moved from Kentucky to Texas really unexpectedly with my husband and my family, and I'm German, I have to admit, and it kind of threw me a little out. So I still worked, but I didn't push, So I have, my check come in, and then I finally settled down and got excited again. But I mean, I am good and I'm signing every month, but I still didn't, triple is nowhere near. So I didn't really push. So I'm, I'm okay with my, I don't know, like 10 loyal customers a month and 3 or 4 or 5 distributors. I mean, I signed a little more with that code, but still I was okay, and I tried to get it going. And then I had already signed 16 loyal customers with the no product, and it's in Germany too. And my main team and my main focus is on Germany. That's why I signed up for it. That's kind of my thing, because I can connect with Germans better. And I'm not going to lie, it's a tough market. We're still new. We have, no one has a credit card in Germany. So we now finally have PayPal, but it's still like, we get PayPal errors all the time. And so I already signed my 16 customers, and I was fine. And then she puts out that contest. And as you can tell, I'm a little bit competitive, I'm like, oh my God, all this excitement. And I was like, I need to be on that boat. I want to be so bad on that boat. And then I swear, I cried, because I was like, I already signed everyone on my list. There is no one that could sign up today, because I already signed them. I signed them on Thursday, and the contest was Friday. So I was really being upset. I talked to a sideline friend. She's German too. She's in Florida, and I really get my frustration out. Of like, and then I tried to sign 2 or 3 people, and I got the error, the typical PayPal German error that we always have. And I got, and I think on Sunday I messaged you because I felt bad, because I could not comment on that thread that I even signed one person. And then I messaged her, and I was like, I just wanted to let you know I am pushing. I know it, and just that, I had some errors, and I'm still going to do it. And yeah, thank you for that contest. And I was so fired up. But then what happened was I really went, I don't know, Sunday, I really went crazy. So I started, really going through my list again and through my inbox, and posted differently. I did different stories. I posted a little differently. And all of a sudden I had people coming in being interested, and I pushed for it. And then Monday, I think I signed 6 people. And I got so excited. I remember, I'm like, it was like, getting diamond again, or you pushed before that promotion. I wanted to be on that boat. Yeah. And then I stalked that thread to see if anyone, I really had like I don't know if I still have it here. I had like a little name list, and I crossed off how many people signed that I can be better, And then I remember one loyal customer wanted to sign up. It is a colleague of my husband, and I didn't get my message, and he didn't show up in eSuite. And I'm like, crap, he's somewhere else. He must have done something wrong. So yeah, and then you extended the contest till Wednesday, and I'm like, oh, okay. He didn't sign up. He didn't press the button. I don't know, but I was scared he signed up somewhere else. It was like, I don't know, midnight. Yeah, and then because I pushed all of a sudden, all these people that I, messaged on Sunday, they finally signed up, and I ended up with 10 loyal customers. And I was so excited because, mind you, on Friday or Saturday when you opened that contest, I thought I have no one that wants to sign up right now, because I already did. I messaged everyone about the new product. There was no one. And all of a sudden I made it to 10 4 days later. And it was exciting for me, and it was a moment for me, because I needed that win. I needed that excitement. And once you announce it that it's me, I'm like, I am a little red.
No, what I love about it, Tina, is that you thought you had exhausted everything. I think that's the best part of this story, is that you felt like you exhausted everything. I mean, how many of us on here that have been here? I mean, you've been in the business for how long, Tina?
5 years.
5 years. Okay, I thought it was 5. You've been in the business for 5 years. Is this also your personal best for your month?
Yeah, I have now 23 loyal customers and 3 distributors, and I don't think I've ever had that much loyal customers.
Okay. So here you see 2 women that have been in the business for 5 years. They're getting their personal best. And you hear Tina talking about how when this contest came out, she was frustrated because, it's like me to throw a contest in there last minute to get you all riled up, right? How fun. Like, I am red too. I love contests. So I put a contest out there and she was disappointed because she thought she had gone through her market of people, right? So I just want that to be an example for you that she pushed beyond that. She did things a little bit differently. We're going to get into a little bit of that, Tina, here in just a moment. Okay, I want you to share some of those things that you did a little bit differently, because I think many of us that have been here, I think Tara is probably, are you 5 years too, Tara? Okay, I think that's the most I've been in for 7.5, unless I'm mistaken, someone tell me. But when you're in for 5 years, you kind of feel like you have the same people in your network, And like Amy was talking about how she was hearing people say host to post. She was hearing people do different things, but she really wasn't taking it as herself. She was just saying, oh, okay, great, works for them, but I'm going to keep doing what I'm doing. And then it didn't ever grow her network. And all of a sudden she's growing her network and she's seeing those results. And so Tina, I love that you're saying that, that you felt like there was nothing left, there was nothing left. And then all of a sudden this new surge came, and I want you to talk about it here in just a minute. We'll come back to you, Tina, but gather some thoughts on what you did differently, because that's what I really want to know, what you did differently to almost double what you had already done that month when you thought you had depleted everything. Okay? So we'll come back to you in just a minute. All right, Christina, we're going to come to you. I've unmuted you. I'm so excited to have you on. You are the brand newest of distributors that are being interviewed tonight. So I want to congratulate you for that, because that's incredible. You've only been with me for a few months. So I would just want you to give us a little bit of background story on joining to where you are right now.
Okay, well, I'm Christina, and those that don't know me, I just turned 3 months, 90 days on January 19th, and I made Ruby within 60 days. So that was something when I met Lori and she told me about this, my first question to her was like, well, what do you have to do? And she's like, well, you have to do the steps to success and you need to go Ruby. And that just kind of stuck with me, because I was like, well, then that's what I have to do. And I made it in 60 days. I'm so happy just to be Ruby, and I don't even know what the future holds. I am just going to shoot for the stars. And I love It Works. I love the products that I've used. I love my teammates, Lori, everybody. I love it all right now. Everything's new, everything's fresh, and I'm just really excited.
Well, one thing that I love about Christina is I'll share with you, and you could probably say it better than me, but we were FaceTiming one day, and I had my daughter at swim lessons, and we were FaceTiming at the pool, and she said to me, and I'm getting some feedback here, so just a second. Okay, she said to me, Lori, I finally found something that I felt like I was born to do. Isn't that what you said?
I remember that conversation, and I feel exactly that way. I was I told Lori, not too many people know, but a dental assistant for many years as a civilian for the Army, because my husband's retired Army. So I did that, and I took care of soldiers all the time, and that was awesome. But I always felt like something was missing, some part of me where it was not there. And my husband's the one that saw the spark in me when I started doing this. He's like, just when you start talking about it, he's like, it's like this was you. He's like, you just need to be doing that. And all along, he's like, look at you saying that, you weren't all about social media, because I used to say that. I was kind of just like, I had my own little network, and I wasn't the type of person that was going to go out there and put everything out there. And now I'm doing like the complete opposite. So this is totally like, I'm just like, I have no clue. I wake up every day and I still don't know what I'm doing. I know, but I don't.
Right. No, I love it, because you're green. You're always, that's something that, like, you got to stay green, because if you don't stay green, then you're rotten, right? What color are you if you're not green? You're going to be brown. You're going to be rotten. And if you stay green, you're always going to be in the mindset of learning and doing things new. And so that ignorance on fire is so much better than knowledge on ice, Christina. So I love that fire and that energy about you. Never ever lose that. Okay, so we're going to come back to here in just a minute, okay? All right, Tara, I'm going to come over to you. Hey, girl, how are you?
Hey, good. How are you?
Are you excited?
I am. I'm very excited.
I'm so excited to see you in a few days. Yay! I'm excited.
Yes. Can't wait.
All right. Okay, so give us a little background history. I know I told everybody you've been in for 5 years. So tell us a little bit about, about you.
Yeah, so I started in April of 2013. I had never heard of the products, never heard of the company. It was just completely new. And the opportunity presented to me, and I was like, I'm a broke college student, and these college books are ridiculously expensive. I would love an extra $300 a month. I quickly did start making that. In 2015, I went diamond. I went diamond, earned the $10,000 bonus, and I just kind of got comfortable at diamond. Fell down, fell up, kind of ups and downs in between. But then I changed my mind and I changed the game this year. So I feel like 2019 is just going to be amazing. Like no more diamond. It's going to be like double and beyond for sure.
Okay, so I love that you said that because I'm going to go back to that here in just a minute when we come bring you back in. But let me ask you this question.
Yeah.
I know that you came in and you wanted that yacht sunset, right? That sunset cruise. And now all you ladies are going to be in the runnings too. Now we've got the huddle pass. And if you're on this Zoom right now and you are not going to conference, even if you won that huddle pass, so to speak, I will still make it worth your while. Okay, so run after it. The idea is when I put dangling carrots out there for you to run after them. Try and grab every one of them that you can grab. Okay, because it's always going to help to push you forward and propel you forward. I never put a contest out there that doesn't do something beneficial for your business. Okay, so even if you don't think, oh, I don't want that gear, or I'm not looking at that. Think about the bigger picture of what it's going to do for your team. Every type of contest that I run is going to be to grow your network, to push for customers and distributors, to work through success. And that's what really is going to change the game for each and every one of you. So Tara, talk about changing the game for yourself. I want you to talk a little bit more in depth here in just a moment. Just give us a little hint of what that looks like for you for 2019.
I was really aiming for like 4 customers, like I really kind of limited myself on just like 1 step to success, aim for those 4 customers, those 3 distributors. And like, I don't know, 2019 hit me and I'm like, you can do so much more than 4 or 5 customers a month and 2 or 3 distributors a month. Like, why don't you just like go and do everything? Like they say, insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting results. I was like running my business with insanity. Like I was doing the same thing, expecting something to change and nothing was changing. And I'm like, all right, Tara, something's going to change. You're going to get organized. You're going to get your fire back and it's just going to go. And I have to upload my loyals for this new contest. But I'm at 16 customers for the month and 2 distributors. And I'm not done yet. And my goal was 10 customers and 3 distributors. So, I mean,
that's awesome. So is that your personal best? Is that your personal best, Tara?
Yes. Yeah. I have never enrolled that many, like ever. And I just got busy with host to post, got busy with my team and just like changing everything. And when I changed it, like I'm seeing results. So yeah.
That's awesome. And do you think that your team is also seeing those results too, now that you changed your game?
I think so. I really think so. I have so many people that are just like on fire right now and we're just running together and I'm so excited.
That's amazing. That's amazing. Okay. We're going to go over to Lauren. We'll come back to you, Tara. So keep all that fresh. Okay, Lauren, where are you? There you are. Okay. Hey girl, how are you?
Good.
I'm so excited to have you on. Okay. So tell us how long you've been in. Tell us a little bit of background history about you. Kind of up to where we're right now.
Okay, so March will be 2 years for me. I haven't had that promotion like really big. It's been a very slow race for me, but I'm trying to make the best of it and trying to stay consistent and build strong. So the highest I have ranked was Ruby. So I'm working on getting my Ruby back now. October through December, life got crazy. I have a cookie business that had blew up, and so I've been so busy. So this January came, and I wanted to step everything to the next level. So I gave myself a goal of 10 LCs this month, and I've crushed that. It's like,
what are you at now?
I just signed 25.
That's incredible. That's incredible. That's your personal best, right?
Yeah, 9 was the most I've done in a month.
Wow. Wow. All
Yeah.
of you ladies, I think Christina too, these are all your personal bests. And we have 5 years, 5 years, 5 years, 2 years, 90 days. And it's all your personal best. That's incredible. Okay, so you were 2019 January, changed the game. You were going to do 10, and now you've at what did you say you're at again?
25.
25. You messaged me the other day and said, "Hey Lori, I just have to know, what is your personal highest with loyal customers?" And I said, what'd I say?
You said 38.
38 was my highest customers. And then you said to me what?
My next goal is 40. By the end of the month, I'm going to have 40.
That's incredible. That's incredible. I'm so proud of you. Okay, so we'll come back here in just a minute, Lauren. So keep some of these ideas fresh, because I'm going to ask you. You messaged me. I just saw that right before the Zoom. I want you to talk about that here in just a minute, okay? Okay. All right, we're going to go back to Amy here. We're just going to kind of go in order. Amy, okay, so your personal best. This is incredible. I didn't realize all of you guys were at your personal best, which is just phenomenal. So your personal best, you finally said, you know what, I'm going to try and do something different. Right? I'm going to try and do those host to posts that they keep talking about. So you tell me, if you're on this Zoom listening to 5 of these women talking about, like, you're just struggling trying to make the steps to success. And these women are like blowing it out of the water. They think they can't even do what you've done. So talk to them about, you know, you've talked about the journey like this, right? And we're vulnerable about that. How do they even get their mind around that possibility for them?
So I have been a person that I'm all about, like, good job, you can do it, and I'll cheer everyone else on. But when it would come to my own self and my personal belief that I could do it, it was just lacking. And so when I did start that host to post and I started to see, like, I got a yes, I got another yes, it's like it just kind of encouraged the belief that I had in myself. And I believe that everybody has to hear those yeses to stay encouraged. And so if you're not hearing yes, don't think it's like impossible to be encouraged. It means you just have to talk to more people. Like, that's all it is. Like, you just have to, Stephanie and Joel talked about it a couple weeks ago on one of their Zooms, but it's, you have to know, like, what's your number of how many people do you talk to until you get a yes. And then it might be 100 to start with. But as you get better and you find more of your confidence and your voice and how I'm going to approach this person, and I'm going to take into account almost what kind of personality do they have, then you're going to start hearing yes more often. Even though it's 100 people, now you're signing 2 or 3 and 10. So that's where I encourage people just to stay the course. If your goal is to message 10 a day or 100 a day, just keep doing that, and you're going to start hearing yes. And so I was a person who would sit on a Zoom like this and roll my eyes like, okay, I got 4. So can that just be good enough? Like, I've never been a big enroller, and I wanted to believe that this business could still work for me because I wasn't a big enroller. And so I've never been a big enroller, pretty steady with steps to success, but it's never been humongous. And so sometimes I think that we can get so discouraged by someone's big numbers that it's like, you just throw in the towel, like, well, if they're doing it, like, there's no one left for me to talk to. And that's just not true. You have millions of people at your fingertips, literally on your phone. And you just have to find how you're going to work your business. Instagram stories, Facebook stories, adding people every day. I told Lori at the beginning of this month that I said, I'm going to actually have smaller goals in January so that I can believe in myself to actually finish it. Because I make these huge goals and then I don't get it and then I'm discouraged. So I just said, I'm going to message, or I'm going to add 50 a day to Instagram, 25 a day to Facebook, and that's going to be my number. And she said, don't think that's small. She said, that's over 800 a month. Like, and it takes 3 to 6 months to get like a really good foundation and base of what you're working on with getting a network and people who are following you. So I love that she said that, because in my head, I was downplaying again what I could do. And so my encouragement to everybody, don't downplay what you're able to do. If you signed 1 customer this month, you signed more than you did yesterday. If it was today, like, you just have to know that you have to encourage yourself and just be filling yourself up, be plugged in, and believe that you can do this business, and not get discouraged by people who are throwing around numbers like, oh, I just signed 20. Like, darn, I want to get 30. Like,
and you know what? That's really easy to do, to get caught up in comparison. And that's why I wanted to say these are all your personal bests, right? Yeah. And just because you're on the Zoom and you're not at your personal best doesn't mean that you're not capable of that. And I love that you said that, you know, you're going to, you need, in order to stay in the game, you got to start getting some yeses, right? But does that mean everybody's going to say yes to you, Amy?
No, it's follow up. Oh man, I have like at least 10 people who said they're going to sign as customers, and I'm following up, and I'm just changing my verbiage every time. Like, hey, would it be easier if I would call you and get your number? Like, would it be easier? How about tonight? Does tonight work for you? Or how about you just voice memo me your credit card number? Like, I'm doing everything to like get a yes. And so it's just follow up all the time. And so, and if you're waiting on 10, like I am, I can't just wait on those 10. I have to message a new 10, a new 20, because you never wait on people to actually like say yes and then you move on to your next host to post. Like, you have constant flows everywhere of where people can be saying yes. You don't wait.
Oh, I love that. That's a really good tip. And I don't know if you realize that, because it is such a great tip. I talk to so many people say they have so many potentials, you know, and they might say I have 3 potentials. I'm like, great, keep going. Go put 3 more. You know, so now you're going to have 6, but go get 6 more. Let's double that. So you're always continuing network marketing. We're always adding in new, and you're always helping them, kind of pushing them off the ledge for a yes or a no. Don't be afraid to get a no. You're going to get no's. You're going to get no's, but don't be afraid to ask those specific questions to get the specific response back. Because at the end of the day, if they're not ready now, they're going to probably be ready after they you know, over the weekend when they ate way too much and now they realize they really got to lose weight or whatever. You know?
And you have to keep in mind they're watching what you're posting, because now we're getting testimonies. Yeah. So I've been sending the people who did say yes and haven't, or just didn't respond to my host to post, that they sent an emoji, but I didn't hear back. And I've been sending result pictures. Like, oh my gosh, look, that's like, this just came in, you have to get this because the next shipment might get back ordered too.
Yeah, that's so good. Very good.
So I just, I send what's happening, even if I'm hoping they see it on my Facebook, but I'm just going to message them.
No, that's great. I love that. That's a really good, that's a good tip right there. Okay, we'll come back here in just a second. All right, Tina, let me come back to you real quick. Let me unmute you. Okay, you had talked about pushing. And pushing and doing things that you hadn't done before. What do you mean by that? You were at your 10 and you thought, gosh, that's really good for me. And then I put this contest out and you were like, and then you
you know, if you don't have a really, like a goal, like, hey, I'm going to promote at the end of the month. I mean, every customer you sign is great, but it's not like you can see, okay, I need 10 more for this.
Yes.
So yeah, I thought, because it's still great. It was 16. I, by the way, signed up in the first week when the new product came out. People that were on my list, they were on my list 4 years ago, and I already took them off, you know, and they all of a sudden approached me again to finally sign up. And I'm like, oh my gosh, you know, I've waited for you for like 5 years, but okay. So, I realized during that contest that I kept it a little on the safe side, you know, especially with posting, you know. I mean, you don't want to have it too much, and I'm posting every day, but I mean, I'm posting like 1 time it works or twice, and then, you know, trying to put in some funny memes and some personal stuff to keep it going. But then all of a sudden, you know, it's like, okay, I need customers right now, or people right now. What am I doing? I did my follow-up, but I also posted, you know, these specific posts like, hey, who wants to lose that? And I have only 4 spots open. So, you know, hurry up. And then if people comment, I would ask them immediately, you know, do you mind posting for me? Or, you know, I mean, to keep it going. I was in it. And before, I mean, yes, I post, and if someone answers and then he re-messaged the next day, there is no urgency. And this was the first time I really felt an urgency again, which was awesome for me. You know, it's like, yeah, you know.
Yeah. I mean, nothing feels better than like in the moment, feeling like super intentional and having that sense of urgency. And you've heard me say this before, I know, Tina, but I don't know if the rest of you have. Success loves speed. At the end of the day, success loves speed. If you want to do well in this business, it doesn't mean you're going to have to be super fast, but you're going to see success more quickly if you're running faster. Because what's going to happen, what Tara just said, she just shared with us, and she'll probably share more with us here in just a moment about it, is when you are a leader and you're bringing in new distributors, they're watching every move that you make. And I know it can be super frustrating because, you know, you've been in the business for a while. You've seen team come and go. You've seen the waves. I've seen the same thing. I look at my eSuite sometimes on my tree viewer, and I look at like all these people that are just like, where did they go? You know? But I have to realize that I just got to keep putting one foot in front of the next. And if I lead my team running, if I lead my team, they will follow my pace. And so I just got to know that I stay consistent in the race that I've been called to do, then people will follow me. They will follow me. People will show up. They will show up. Okay, so the things that you did differently, just to kind of to quantify those, is that when you were doing your Instagram stories or Facebook stories, that you were being more intentional of like, I need 4, or I'm looking for 4 product testers, right?
Yeah, I mean, I always throw a number out if there are 5 people message me, but I usually do the 4. I need 4 people, have that special discount, or, you know, and I did, I went live, not live, I did a story where I was talking and explaining and saying like, hey, I have that super mega special this weekend. And then I was just more, you know, really, you know, not beating around the bush so much, just like, hey, I have this, come on, message me. And did also, you know, in English, which is a little hard for me because my Instagram is purely German. And although I'm fluent in English, but it's still weird, you know, doing a story in English, or to you, talking to you is not as bad, but going live in English is still like, it's just super weird. And I mean, you know, it's hard to explain. But I did that, you know, I just went all out. I posted differently. I had, I think, 4 or 5 posts. I tagged my husband, you know, I posted on his page, you know, it's like, I just went all out. And not that I don't work before, like I work every day. I do this full time now, but it was just, you know, going all out, and it felt great.
It was just a mindset switch. Yeah. You know, of like, I need this now.
I just sit there and I was like, okay, it's half an hour left. You know, it was at 11:30 and I was like, there's half an hour. And Mary, who's not on it, I think, she was like she was like, well, Amy posted the next one. And I was like, did she already post that one? She introduced a new distributor. I don't even know if, you know.
And I think you guys were like within 1 or 2.
I know, and I was like, God, did you already count this one? I need to check. And yeah,
Amy,
so I was
Amy may be showing up at the yacht that night and begging you for your ticket. Right?
No chance.
You guys are that close. You guys are that close.
Yeah, those experiences are really amazing, though. You know, this is what for me is all about. You know, I'm not in it for the Ferrari or for I don't know, handbag. I'm in it for the fun and for the experiences, and just
Love it. And you know what? Those experiences allow you to be able to have some insight to what you're dreaming for, and then allows you to go back and cast that vision for your team. So
exactly. And that's also something, you know, you post differently. Your team sees it. They ask, so, hey, and they ask me to translate maybe my English post. They are getting excited. I'm excited. I went live on the page too and explained. I mean, it's all about that excitement that you can, you know, spill over.
Yes. And passion not only buys your the buy-in for your team, but it's for your potentials too. If you're passionate about something, people are automatically going to be attracted to that. I'm so proud of you, Tina. Thank you. I can't wait to hang. It'd be so fun. All right. Hey, Christina, you're next. We're going to have you bring me back up. I'm going to have you talk a little bit about how you were not really all about social media and how you kind of changed that. Now, we're getting some feedback, and I don't know why we're getting feedback. Is that from me or from... Okay. All right. So talk to me about, like, you're like, oh, I don't know that I'm all about social media, but now you're doing things that you never thought that you would do. What are you doing?
Okay, so before It Works, like I said, my network was small. I had like 200 and something on Facebook, and then probably a little bit less than that on Instagram. So I have been growing my network daily. And I know I talked about that last time when I went on Rock, I went live on Rockstars. That's something that I really had to work on because I had nobody to sell to besides, that few amount of people and then close family and friends. So since day one, I've just been adding and adding and adding. That's something that I do every day. And then I have to go back and, remove requests on Facebook and then go back and unfollow on Instagram. So, so it can be even because you're not supposed to have more followers and followees or, it doesn't look weird when people come to your page and they think you're, like a whatever. Anyways, so, so I have really come out of my comfort zone, especially when the whole thing where you were like, you're gonna, just go live and like remember when I received like all my product packages the first time? I was like, that was like the very first time.
Okay, so I love that about you. So I always put these little feelers and test out to all my brand new distributors, and I'll say, do this. And it's just a little test to kind of see what they're willing to do. And so when I was talking to you, I said, hey, when you get your kit, I want you to go live and unbox it live on Facebook. And you know what she did? She did it. And I was like, this girl means business. This is the girl that I want to work with because she's...
Yes, that was the most craziest thing, I don't know, I've ever done. I mean, that probably sounds kind of lame, but seriously, I was like, I'm standing here in my dining room, I'm talking to my phone. Probably nobody's listening to me because I just came in the business. So I'm like, oh, one box I went, oh my goodness, look at this. And then I just kept seeing you. Like, after that first experience, I'm telling you, it does get easier. It's true. What you told me, you were like, just keep doing it. And then I'm a big believer on going live, even though it's, it takes time to warm up because you build relationships that way. Because then when you go and voice memo these people and text people to buy stuff from you, they can put an actual face and see you. And it's like, they get to know you, it becomes really personal. It's a different level. I've noticed that with a lot of the people that I've signed. So going live, is something that I know now I'm going to have to keep doing because people are now coming to watch the videos, and it's just something that, I like. It's getting easier, and I don't know what I got myself into, honestly.
No, I love it. So how many, let's talk about Facebook. How many Facebook friends do you have now?
Okay, so I checked it earlier, and I'm almost at 1,600.
From 200 in 90 days to 1,500. So if you can give one tip, growing your network obviously has worked for you. So for those of the ladies that are listening right now, what would you say to them? How are you growing your network?
So I'm growing my network by adding friends of the friends that I'm adding. So, and not everybody, I pick and choose people, and I kind of go through the list, and that's how I've been growing it. And people will add me back. I've had my 1,000 requests is always like maxed out, and I'm constantly taking off and, putting on, but that's how I've grown my network. I after the initial, like, I went out and started just looking at everybody that I have connected with that actually know me, that would just add me off the bat. Then I started going into like their networks and adding people, and it's worked. I've had a few here and there that they'll message me like, do I know you? And then, what I've been doing, because at first I was like using that, I want to connect with like-minded people, and I'm like, I don't know. I didn't get like too much of a great response with that. So then I just say, you came out on my people you may know list. So I added you because I thought, I might have known you. I'm like, oh, and if I didn't, sorry, haha, laugh, whatever. They're like, oh, no, that's cool. I'll add you. I'm like, okay. So, yeah.
That's perfect. That's perfect. Okay. So what you should learn from Christina is that growing your network really does, it does work. And being in the business for 90 days, and she's, how many customers this month?
At 26.
26?
Mhm.
I didn't sign 26 customers my third month in the business. I was lucky to complete the 4 customers. So congratulations, Christina. That's awesome.
Thank
Awesome.
you.
All right, Tara, we're going to come to you. Tara. Okay, you had a mind switch. 2019 was going to be different for you. So you talked a little bit about that. I want you to really kind of tell us more. Give us more of what that looks like.
Okay. So for me, I decided that I was going to, first of all, make goals every single week, instead of like throw this giant goal out there and like aimlessly running for it. Like I didn't know what I was doing. So I'm setting weekly goals, like how many I want to sign, like what my goal is, how many people I should be messaging. And I also am like, okay, I've got to get organized and get better with my follow-ups, because I knew follow-ups was one of my downfalls, and I was like losing people because I wasn't following up. Because guys, let me tell you, if you don't follow up with them and sign them, somebody else will. Like, yeah. I'm just going to flat out say it, because that's the truth. I even had a girl today sign up as a distributor, and I was literally following up with her a week ago and she wasn't ready. And then boom, today she posted she signed with somebody else. So maybe I needed to be following up with her every 3 days, So follow-ups was my downfall. So what I did is I have a planner. Amy's going to laugh at me when I say this, the hashtag one planner year. Okay. Because we thought to be successful, we had to have all these different cute planners. No, we just need one planner. Okay. Have a planner. And so what I'm doing is when I am talking to people, when I'm posting, when people are showing actual like interest. Okay. So that means I've messaged them and they're messaging me back, or they have commented on a host of posts and we're actively having a conversation. They get put in my planner as an actual potential. So I don't just I have a list of people on like a different notebook, but the people that go in my planner are legit potentials that I am actively talking to. That has seriously been a game changer for me, you guys. You just have to kind of find what works for you. And this is something I never really did before, is just write down my actual potentials. And so the people that go in here are only people that are, we're talking about being potential customers, potential distributors. I write down next to them, I kind of shorten which product they're interested in. And then I go back to the week before and then I can follow up with those people. So, that's just been one simple tip, but it's really, really helped me a lot.
Oh, totally. I think just having a follow-up system in general, oh gosh, you have to have a follow-up system, because without a follow-up system, it's just in one ear and out the next. We all live crazy, busy lives. And sometimes I feel like everywhere I go, I'm moving, because I have 4 kids. We have gear, sports gear, or homework, or backpacks, backpack to dance bag to baseball bag, And so it's everywhere I go, I'm shuffling everything. And if I don't have a streamlined system that's working for me for follow-up, I do not do well that month. And then one month turns into the next, that turns into the next. And it's just days. So don't let your days go by without some sort of follow-up system. So I love that, the one planner that actually works, because if you actually put your stuff in there, it actually works.
Yep, it really does. And it doesn't matter if it's, all these cute planners, just one planner.
Just one planner. Okay, so one thing, and then we're going to go to Lauren. I want you to speak to somebody maybe that's on this Zoom that has a hard time with mindset. What would you encourage them to do to get their mind right?
It really just feeds your mind good things. I pray every day. I do some kind of personal development. I do a devotional, just make sure you're getting your own mind right. And when things start creeping in that shouldn't be there, and it's not thoughts of God, not things that are supposed to be there, get it out, just really take control over your mind. And that's really one thing that, if there's negative thoughts popping in, I'm like, okay, well, that's not a thought that's supposed to be there. Right. That's not really how it is. And I just feel one thing that just keeps coming to me is just take action, Tara. Just take action, Tara. And I just feel like God has really been blessing my actions this year. And, you know, I just really want to keep running with that and
I love
you know,
it.
just keep my mind right.
I love that. Thank you for sharing that. We were just talking to our son about that, about how we can train our brain on how to think. And if we're thinking negative things about ourselves, then that's what we become. And sometimes those become our truths when they're really lies of the enemy, right? So we have to get those out, share them to be able to get through those so we can speak life into one another. So I so appreciate you saying that. Thank you so very much. I know that spoke to me and that probably spoke to so many on this Zoom. So thank you, Tara. Okay, Lauren, I'm going to unmute you, girl. Last but not least. All right, so you're on fire. You are like 25 little customers. You probably got 5 already in while we're on the Zoom. And you're baking cookies. I mean, this girl is such an inspiration to watch on Facebook. It's incredible how much you actually do and get done and do very, very well. So you're not doing all these halfway jobs. You're doing everything very, very well. And so we just appreciate you on that. So I had mentioned on here that you've been in for 2 years that you talked about, and you kind of talked about like your highest rank being Ruby. And I want to go to that moment for just a second. I want you to share about what that felt like. When you went Ruby, what did that feel like for you? Because you went live on the page because I asked you to, and it was incredible. So how did that feel?
It was amazing because I had worked, like I hit Ruby, I think it was March of last year. And so, or maybe it was May, I can't remember, but it was amazing when I hit it. I called Pam, told her, super excited, and I just felt that momentum going. And then all of a sudden my team, things changed. And so I'm trying to rebuild everything back up now. But I see people who have that amazing story of, yeah, I got Ruby or Diamond in 2 months or this and this. And so I'd like to let people know you don't have to have that story of, oh, I went double Diamond in this amount of time. You still can do it. And I keep telling Pam, I'm like, I'm going to be Diamond and I'm going to do it all by myself and we're going to get it. And so, but it's been amazing. And just getting more grounded in the company and what I need to do to reach my goals.
And this will be your first conference.
Yes.
I'll be able to meet you finally in person. Mm-hmm. I'm so excited about that. And so for those of you that are on the Zoom, Friday you were invited to my room, which I don't know the number yet, but I'll put it out there, to come in for pizza for Friday for lunch. So I want you guys to come in and hang out with me. It won't be a long time. It'll just be that short lunch break, but there'll be time to just kind of bond, be able to meet people face to face and get connected. And if you're coming in for a conference and Joel and Steph are doing a kickoff party, make sure you got that ticket purchased so you can be there so we can have some fun community time there too. Okay, so I loved your tip. So I want you to say that again and then we're going to close it out. You said if you're on the Zoom and you're thinking you have to do it really, really fast, you don't have to do it really, really fast. So what's your biggest tip? What's your biggest takeaway to tell people that they can do it too?
Just stay consistent. This month when Amy did her live for the Host a Post, I had done Host a Post in the past and had great success with it, but had let it slack off. So I started back my Host a Post and then would end up getting like 20 Host a Post within a week. And so trying to stay consistent and going back and messaging everybody, even the people who had commented, making sure that they saw my messages. Yeah. This weekend, it has exploded again. And so what I did was printed off my friends on Facebook, and I had just gone through everybody. I've messaged almost 500 people this weekend and just asking if they'll do a Host a Post for me. And if they say yes, great. If not, then we'll go to the next one. But that's just stay consistent with what you know. You're going to get those no's, but there's going to be those yeses in there too.
Yes. I love that. I love that. That's so true. That one thing that she did was that she printed off her Facebook list and really went to work. I think sometimes, I know all times when you intentionalize what you're doing, if you focus on one thing, if you focus on that one planner, if you focus on that one Facebook list, or Tina focuses on that one Instagram story where she's asking intentionally, or Amy's putting that one focus in on those little goals, which aren't so little, on a daily basis, they start to add up. You start putting intention, like Christina did, on growing your network, beautiful things are going to happen. You've got to focus on what your strengths are. Stop worrying about all your weaknesses or who you are not. Focus on who God created you to be. Rise up to be the best of what God created you to be, and focus on the one thing that makes you different, or like Joel and Steph would say, make you weird, and really play on that weird, because you know what? We are all so different. We're so uniquely and amazingly created by our one creator, and we have so much light to give. And we have such an opportunity to be able to share with people, from health to wealth. And so if you're on here and you're listening, and we're talking just about customers, we're talking about distributors too, because as we're getting customers in the business, we're going to start educating them not only on our products, but we're going to start educating them on the business and what it can do for them. So one question on the page was, how do I talk to this person about becoming a distributor? It should just be a very natural progression. As you're asking them to host a post, and you're asking them to do these things, this is how simple it would be to do this business with me. Have you ever thought about earning extra money from your phone? I would love to show you how. Just make sure you're creating that conversation, that open-ended conversation, so they know that you have an opportunity in your hands that you were able to share with them, that these products are backed by an amazing opportunity that could earn them income that could be life-changing, that those people that you were prospecting, I hate that word, but when you're in front of, that you're telling them about these products and this business, both, because you can't prejudge them to say, oh, they're only going to be someone that uses the products. Nope, we want to offer both of those, because like Tara just said, if they don't sign up with you, they're going to sign up with somebody. So you might as well ask. The worst thing that they can say to you is no. But you might be surprised. They might just say yes. Or they might remember you next time when they're now interested in earning extra income in their family. Okay, so it is 9 o'clock. It is Mark Pentecost time. I think he's got an announcement tonight. So I'm really excited about hearing about that. So stay tuned for that. And I want you all to know that you are amazing. I want you to know that if you set small goals along the way, those big goals will happen. Let these stories be an inspiration to you, not a discouragement, because these are the all-time highs. We're highlighting the all-time highs because it's exciting, right? But we have got to be in it every day. Like Cece said, it took me a year and a half to go Ruby, but it felt damn good, right? So just make sure that everything that you do, you're giving everything. You're being intentional. You're doing everything that your best ability. I always tell my kids, if you're going to do it right. Don't do it halfway. Do it right. Do it with everything that you've got. Leave nothing on the table. Okay, so go out there, build your business from fast start to fast start. You're going to hear me talking about that in 2019. Fast start to fast start, fast start to fast start. Because why? When you teach people to earn unlimited weekly income, they are going to have a fire that's set in them that will never, ever die out. I promise you. So fast start to fast start. Go out there and be excited. And thank you so much, Tina, Lauren, Christina, Tara, Amy. Thank you so very much for being on this Zoom with me tonight and sharing vulnerable moments and tips to other people that can go and grow their business with you. So thank you all. See you in a few days. So most of you. I'm so excited. Bye.